Domkat Yah Bali was born in Zamko in what is today Langtang North local government area of Plateau State in the year 1940. Zamko was the seat of the Tarok paramount ruler, the Pongzi Tarok, before it was moved to Langtang for administrative convenience. This mango tree in Zamko is one of the few signs of this historical fact. Residents said the monarch used to sit and attend to administrative matters right here, including meetings with the divisional officer anytime he visited from Shandam. Young Domkat Bali's parents, late Mama Mela Yinkat Bali and his father Pa Bali Takbut, lived close to the palace because Pa Bali was a royal counselor and protocol officer to the Pongzi Tarok. Mban is a small community about 3 kilometers east of Zamko. Out of determination and zeal, young Domkat Bali decided to follow other children who are attending the junior primary school Mban, set up by the Sudan United Mission SUM. Why did he do that? His only recollection of the reason then was that the pupils were smarter, brighter, and cleaner. Young Domkat Bali decided he was not going to miss out on this education. Pa Rindab's Kazi, pictured here with his wife, registered young Domkat Bali in the primary school at Mban. The only evidence that a primary school once existed here are these rocks that were used to set up the foundation by the Christian missionaries. This Koken church also existed side by side with the primary school. But this is not the way it was in the 1940s because it has been renovated several times. Every school day, Domkat Bali and friends walked for close to 7 kilometers, the distance from Zamko to Mban, to attend classes and then go back home. The challenge is this river during the rainy season. Air Commodore Ninfa Bamfa is General Domkat Bali's friend and much later an in-law.
And all of us were excellent swimmers. So we were able to go in between, communicate between the two villages.
The colonial government in Nigeria had what was called a middle school. All pupils who attended junior primary school must sit for an examination in order to qualify for admission to middle school. Young Domkat Bali and other pupils trekked for 25 kilometers to Shandam in Plateau State to sit for the examinations. Out of 120 pupils, only 3 qualified for admission to the middle school in Kuru, near Jos, Plateau State. Domkat Bali was one of the 3. Alhaji Yahaya Kwande is an elder statesman and a politician, both in Plateau State and in Nigeria. He was General Bali's teacher at the middle school in Kuru. Alhaji Yahya Kwande, who was himself a youth in the 1950s, says he was very close to the boys. He gave us character witness of Domkat Bali from the perspectives of a teacher at the middle school Kuru.
He was really the quieter type. He was never troublesome. You could only know about him when you give them examination and you will excel. He had always been a leader, quiet, sympathetic to human beings. That's how I knew him at the early stage of his life.
Life at Kuru was eventful. Domkat Bali excelled in academics, which earned him double promotion and he had to skip 1 class. By January 1955, Domkat Bali had enrolled as a Form 1 student with registration number 41 at the Provincial Secondary School Kuru. Air Vice Marshal Abbas Umaru is Domkat Bali's classmate.
We were smaller, so we were sitting in front. They were at the back. Even as a student in Form 1, he doesn't play around. He concentrates on his books. While we'll be banging on windows, opening this throwing chalk at each other.
Domkat Bali excelled in academics. In addition to excelling in academics, Domkat Bali started showing leadership qualities at the final moments of his secondary education. For example, in Form 5, he was made house captain and house prefect in Form 6. Domkat Bali also excelled in sports. He played active football, hockey, and table tennis. He participated fully in athletics, which made him popular and brought many laurels to the provincial secondary school Kuru. He held the school's record in 440 yards, the Northeastern Zonal record in 440 yards and 880 yards, and the Northern Region AAA Championship in 880 yards. Domkat Bali took the Colors Award as the most distinguished all-round sports student in 1960.
He's a very good runner. He's 800 meters in the whole of the north. There was nobody that can pass him. He was very good. I was running the 100, 200 meters in the hall.
Yes.
But the school, Kuru was very good in sports. Wherever we go, we excel. He did athletics. The other sports, well, he did it sparingly.
He was so very versatile, very versatile.
Most of the friends and former associates we spoke to believe that General Domkat Bali's academic performance during his formative years at the provincial secondary school Kuru were indicative of his achievements later on in life. He displayed remarkable focus in his set goals and showed wisdom and hard work in achieving them.
He's always doing the right thing. I mean, that's what I can say about him. So I wasn't surprised. He got to where he got to, because the signs were there.
He has always been a very calm person. So I don't think he would have any problem, because usually the very rough ones, troublesome at their younger age, never had peaceful ends. But I know Domkat Bali will maintain his posture.
Domkat Bali did not plan to get into the military. He got into the career by special providence. General Domkat Bali said he was moved by a speech of the late Sardana of Sokoto, Sir Ahmadu Bello, who was on tour encouraging northern youths to join the army in order to fill the northern quota.
He was one of those taken to join the army at that time when Sardana was campaigning for our people to join the army. So he was one of them that was taken to join the army.
He talked to us individually. He called me into his office. He told me, look, we are recruiting into the Air Force. I said, I don't want it. He said, no, you must go. If you go and it doesn't suit you later, you can come back and go back to school. That's how I joined the Air Force. And I didn't regret it. I thought that was the best path.
After graduation from secondary school in 1960, General Domkat Bali wrote and passed the examination that will give him entry into the Nigerian Military College, Kaduna. He later got an offer of employment with the Federal Department of Mines, Bukuru, near Jos, Plateau State. All arrangements were completed by the mining company to send Domkat Bali to Britain for a course, and then he received a telegram from Defense Headquarters to report to Kaduna for an army selection exercise. He chose to be a soldier, and the rest is history. In 1961, Domkat Bali went into the Nigerian Military College in Kaduna as an officer cadet. It was a 6-month course, after which successful cadets were expected to proceed to England for further training. And so on January 19, 1961, Officer Cadet Bali enlisted at the Royal Military Academy, Sandhurst, England. He was among 12 other cadets who left Nigeria for England to start learning soldiering in this British Center of Excellence for Leadership. General Bali excelled in both academics and military drills and assignments. He was at the Burma Company. He was young, energetic, and full of commitment to be one of the best. At Sandhurst, Officer Cadet Bali was a keen 400-meter relay runner. The British Royal Academy records indicated that he was a skillful rugby player who brought many victories to the military school. Officer Cadet Bali and 3 others set a new record for the Royal Military Academy in the 4x440 yards relay with a time of 3 minutes 27.5 seconds. In 1962, Officer Cadet Bali was among 27 officer cadets that were awarded full colors at the Sandhurst Military Academy. On February 19, 1963, Officer Cadet Bali graduated from Sandhurst as a young, brilliant officer and a gentleman. He left a clean record and fond memories of English and other foreign friends from the Commonwealth countries. General Domkat Bali's career in the Nigerian military spanned a period of close to 30 years. He held many command and leadership positions. As captain, he served in the 2nd Field Artillery in Abeokuta and Ibadan between 1966 to 1967. And we pause a little bit here to introduce General Domkat Bali's family life, which started when he laid eyes on this beauty, Estelar, in 1962. It was the beginning of a love story and a rewarding family life for the youthful Domkat Bali. On June 22, 1968, Captain Domkat Bali married Estelar at the All Saints Anglican Church, Kaduna. The young couple faced one of the first challenges in their marital life because Captain Bali had to leave for the war front.
I was very miserable in the barrack. By then, we were in Kaduna. He left me in Kaduna artillery unit there. And he was in the war front. I was just thinking all the time, is he coming back or is he going to die and that sort of thing. And in fact, he made it worse when when he was attacked. And he almost lost his life. At that time, I was completely confused because I was a young girl, 21 or so when I got married to him, 22 or so. And I wasn't that matured. And it wasn't easy for me.
The marriage was blessed with 2 children, a daughter called Nana and a son called Pomfa. Like many other young officers in the federal troops, Captain Domkat Bali fought during the nearly 30-month Nigerian Civil War. During the war, Captain Bali narrowly escaped death near Nsukka during an ambush by the defunct Biafran army. General Haladu Hanania also fought during the Civil War. He is a close friend of General Domkat Bali.
They shot at his driver, and also the cap he was wearing was put on the board, and the bullet came and just pierced through the glass and shot the cap.
General Yakubu Gowon was Nigeria's head of state during the Civil War. He was commander-in-chief and knew Captain Domkat Bali very well.
There were some of the young officers in the artillery that supported the infantry in the various operations, especially from Makurdi area, from Makurdi going down. His record as an officer, artillery officer and commander, was really one of the highest, and he and a lot of them younger officers, they certainly did, perform meritoriously, exceptionally well.
We wanted to know what kind of a person is General Domkat Bali.
General Domkat Bali is a quiet, intelligent, and focused gentleman.
That quality of sense of loyalty and discipline and loyalty was exceptional, and that is from Bali that I know right the way through.
Like many veterans of the Nigerian Civil War, General Hanania believes that those beating the drums of war after what Nigeria has gone through must stop. He has seen the needless casualties, and the experience must never be replicated under any guise.
Everybody suffered. In fact, every house in Nigeria suffered casualties. For somebody to come and say now that he wants the civil war to start again, I think he must be out of his mind.
That had been my prayer, that we'll make sure that such a thing does not happen. And so all those who are making that cry, I hope they will stop to think twice.
General Hanania said things are not the way they used to be regarding our morals.
Trust, honesty, love for each other. I come from Adamawa, and Bali is from Plateau. And we interact with each other irrespective of what tribe you come from and what religion you belong to. There's no morality again. Let me give you a typical example. When I was about to get married, I brought my wife to be and kept her in the Air Force base with the Air Commodore Dan Suleiman. Today, I will not do the same mistake.
Continuing his military career, Captain Bali was promoted a colonel and served as general officer to the General Officer Commanding GOC Ibadan. Also, he was Commander 6th Brigade Akure, Adjutant General, Nigerian Army, 1975, GOC 1st Mechanized Division and member Supreme Military Council, 1976. Domkat Bali was promoted Major General and appointed the Pioneer Commandant, Command and Staff College, Jaji, by late President Shehu Shagari. In 1980, then Head of State Major General Muhammadu Buhari appointed General Bali Minister of Defense and member Supreme Military Council. On August 29, 1985, Major General Domkat Bali was sworn in for the second time in 20 months as the Minister of Defense and the first Chairman, Joint Chiefs of Staff. Major General Domkat Bali became the first Nigerian to hold these two responsibilities. Military President General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida made the appointment.
The minister is political appointment, and as Joint Chief of Staff is also professional. So he is the right man for that job. Professionally, he is also the right man for that job because he is senior to us in terms of seniority in the army, and he is also well trained. So he fits in. He is the right man at the right time.
General Ibrahim Babangida gives his impression of General Bali.
One of the good things about Domkat Bali is that he exhibits all the qualities of leadership. He stands by his subordinates all the time. Then as time went by, we were growing older and becoming more senior. Our paths also came and we met together during our military regime. He was such a man that even though he was our senior, but he agreed to serve with us. And I am glad that he did, because we learned a lot from him. When we are getting involved in a lot of heated debates and so on, we always wait for him to give us the words of wisdom.
We wanted to know why General Ibrahim Babangida calls General Bali Uncle B. As a general, he is the one who calls him Uncle B.
This is an assignment I'm giving you.
Okay.
You need to do a research.
Okay, sir.
And then come out with the research findings.
As Minister of Defense, General Domkat Bali traveled widely and interacted with aircraft manufacturers in addition to other defense chiefs across the globe. Finally, in 1990, General Domkat Bali, after what admirers called a meritorious service to his fatherland, retired from the Nigerian Army as a full four-star general. He has been described as an intelligent, loyal, kind, honest, and strictly professional officer and a gentleman.
He is a patriot, and he is also one man who is at home with virtually everybody, irrespective of tribe, religion, or whatever thing. He easily mixes with people. Uncle B is a very unique human being, and it's always a pleasure to be in his company.
While in service and even in retirement, General Domkat Bali remains a keen golf player who has won several plaques and trophies. He spends some of his time now with his 3 grandchildren whenever they are on holidays. General Bali is not only an officer and a gentleman, but an acclaimed poet and author who has written some books like War Cries, Artillery for Bali. He is a recipient of a series of service medals, honorary awards for distinguished military and public service. He is also the recipient of the 2nd highest honor in Nigeria, the Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger, Gcon. His daughter, Dr. Nana Bali Chidi, said General Bali is a wonderful father and she will forever be grateful.
He taught us a lot of things. When he made time out, in spite of his schedule, to have family time. He's very kind. He's compassionate. He shows genuine concern for the underprivileged, the downtrodden, disadvantaged. He wants to always help. He wants to lend a hand to support, very supportive. He's the kind of person that would support anybody. In fact, I used to tell my friends that the easiest way for anyone to cheat my dad is to come tell him that your child needs to go to school and you don't have the school fees. He would do anything possible within his power to make sure that he supports that child.
His son, Pomfa Bali, considers the general an ideal role model.
He was a role model in the sense that he rubbed off on me. And I look back at myself and I'm like, oh, it's just like him. Very intelligent, well-rounded, smart, great mind, and will tell you the truth sometimes, no matter how painful that truth might be.
As General Domkat Bali turns 80 years this February, what message do friends, family and admirers have for an exceptional soldier with sterling leadership qualities?
I pray that he should keep on holding to his strength and God to guide him, to make him stronger, to live up to whatever age God would like him to be.
Happy birthday, Daddy. I want to say I love you, and I want to say we appreciate you, and you are my hero. Thank you so much for the discipline, the values you've incorporated in our lives. Thank you for the impact of having a great father like you. Thank you for being there. Thank you for all that you've taught us.
Well, he's survived, he's a survivor, and he will continue to survive many, many more years.
My advice to Bali, he had reached the pinnacle of his thing, and he's done very well.
I wish him well, and I wish him more years of fruitful and healthy living.
How does it feel to be 80?
I feel great. I'm thankful to God for a long life.